Welcome back to March Madness. It's Lit Book Reviews. I'm Scottie Pippen. With me, as always, is Steve Nash, and we are here for another one. If you've been checking these out, we are in. God, what are we? What are we in? I don't even know what round this is, but the matchup, I can tell you what it
This
is.
is the
It is
final round of the left
Shorefall.
side.
Final round of the left side of the bracket. Shorefall
It's
up
the second
against
round.
Crimson Campaign. Get us up in here, brother. Let's get this thing going.
Dude, I have no idea who's going to win this one.
Me neither, man. It's a friggin' mystery.
It's a freaking mystery.
This isn't near as bad as one of the other ones, though.
True.
At all.
Could always be worse.
Could always be worse. So, as you know, we're judging these based off writing, characters, plot, world building, and excitement for the following book. And so let's just jump right into it, man. This is a 0 to 5 with decimals.
Oh, we're
as we've been doing. We're decimaling.
Yeah.
Let's start with Shorefall, man, where you got the writing on old Robert Jackson Bennett's second entry into the Founders Trilogy.
Old Rob. I wish I knew what I gave the last one. What do you think we gave the last one? What do you think we gave?
Pretty high. I mean, it was like probably around
I think it was one of the higher ones.
Higher.
You know, I don't think it was as good. It was still good. I don't feel like there's like his. I mean, he's no Jay Kristoff with the pen, if you know what I'm saying. But
dude,
dude,
you're pissing me off already, dude.
No, I'm gonna give it a 3.8, dude. That just feels right in my soul.
All right, okay. I feel like that's fair. I'm gonna give it just a solid 4.0 on this one on Shorefall.
I think the
writing's good. Yeah, I think the writing's good, but I think that's the strongest point for this one.
I agree.
We'll see.
We'll see. I would agree with that. All right.
Crimson Campaign, where you got the writing.
Oh, dude. This Brian McClellan is just...
I just almost choked on my water. Oh, my God. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
This series, I mean... I really hope it doesn't go down from here with him because I really feel like it might. I feel like this might just be like his best work. But I don't want to throw that out in the ether, so I'm going to take that. No, like just this series in general. Yeah, I don't know. Crazy. That was messed up for me to say. I'm sorry, Brian. I just, after reading that, I'm just shocked at how good this series keeps getting. After reading
it's so good.
The Shattered Glass of Lightning Thief. Whatever that one book is that I read. That was good, but it was just your average middle-of-the-road book, whereas this series is just fire flames. I mean, at least a 4.3 is what I'm giving it.
Okay. I'm giving it a 4.5. So.
Okay.
It was very good, dude. I believe in Brian. I'm a big Brian guy at this point. I mean, especially after the sequel was so good.
It really was. It was a step up.
Went unexpected places. Yeah, I mean, it was just so good. So. Yeah, 4.5 for me. So on to characters. Criteria number 2, Shorefall. Where you got the characters at?
This is tough because all of the characters that I liked so much in the first book I don't like, but then he does add some characters that I thought borderline carried the book. So I don't know if that cancels out or if it still has to be less, but he at least did add at least a character that I thought was interesting. Is it better than the writing though? I'm gonna have to say 3.5. I think
okay.
And I'm disappointed to even have to do that because I did like the main characters a lot in the first book. Just didn't like them in the second one as much.
Yeah, I'm feeling 3.6 about it. I'm feeling 3.6 about it. Is where I'm at.
All right. We'll allow that.
Yeah, if you can go ahead and jot that one down for me, I'm feeling that way.
Oh, I got
it right about now.
I'm jotting.
Yeah, I agree with your take. The characters I enjoyed for the most part more in the first book. Some of them kind of took a hit. So Yeah, that's that plot. Or no, characters, Crimson Campaign. I'm sorry.
I mean, they only get better in
Sorry.
this book. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
I wish I knew. I wish we were prepared enough as like just booktubers to just know what we've done before. I mean, we're
Mm-hmm.
not even watching our own videos, which is a sad tragedy. But it has to be better. I'm just trying to. I mean, it's. I almost want to say something wild like a 4.7, but I just
On
is that too
characters?
much? You think? Yeah.
No, dude, bro, go with your gut,
Should
man.
I just throw it? All right, I'm gutting it out,
Yeah,
dude. 4.7.
dude,
I mean, they're just
absolutely.
God,
Never mind.
Daniel. Like, I mean, I can't think of a character arc I didn't like in this book. Whereas, like in the first book,
Yeah,
there were some I was like, eh. But I mean,
yeah,
what do you think?
yeah. I'm gonna have to pretty much agree with you for the most part. I was just thinking like 4.5 right across the board, so I'll just stick with that.
Okay,
They
I
were
like that.
super strong for
Who's your
sure.
favorite character from that book again? Daniel, book two.
Yeah. Book 2, Daniel, for sure. So good, dude. So good.
God, so freaking good.
Um. Okay, so on the plot. Criteria number 3, Shorefall. Where you got it?
Man, this is where it's really going to start taking hits for me. I mean, I might get disrespectful in this category.
Oh, no.
The plot just was not there for me, and that hurts. But I'm honestly going to say like a 2.7. And I know
Yeah, I mean,
that's severe, but you know the heart
no, I
wants what it
mean,
wants.
yeah, the heart does want what it wants, and dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Mine might be lower.
Oh no!
And I enjoyed this
Oh
book
no!
overall more than you, but the plot was a tragedy, like not
It
in the
really was.
good way. Like for the majority of the book for me, like is good. I gave this book a 4 overall. Don't get me wrong, but the plot was by far the weak point. Like just the story and the way it went. It could have been better in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna go 2.5, man.
Oh no!
It was just, I mean, it was just right in the middle, bro. It's not
I
good.
agree.
It's not the worst.
Trust me,
It's just,
I agree. That is true.
it's
I
right
guess that
there.
is literally the exact middle. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the Crimson Campaign plot was just. I mean, we really are just gonna suck this book off, and it's just well deserved because Mr. McClellan just. I mean,
Mr. McClellan.
he
I don't know why
he
that
really
sounds
outdoes
funny.
himself. Honestly, like he genuinely outdoes himself with this book. Like compared to the first one, like the plot is just. I mean, it's better. It literally is just better. And the first book was good. So,
yeah.
again, I'm unprepared and I don't know what I did last time. But, I mean, I'm going to have to give it a 4.5 at least.
Yeah. And we're flip flopping on whichever one we just did, or I think the characters. I'm doing 4.7 on the plot.
Okay.
For Crimson Campaign.
I
It was
like the
so good,
military
man.
focus. The military
Yeah, man.
focus was solid.
Yeah, it's just such a good, like, it's such a good middle book in a trilogy too. Like it ends some things, begins others. Like it's just,
It really
it's just
does.
chef's kiss, honestly. So yeah,
Dude,
that's
and the
me on
way that
that
he
one.
makes you really hate some characters in this one was
Yeah,
just
it's so well
I
done.
love it when an author makes you just absolutely hate somebody, but like in a good way, not like, oh, this is a horribly
Yeah,
written character, like in
no,
a
yeah, for
just
sure,
it's intentional. All
no
right,
doubt.
World of Magic.
Yeah, world building magic, Shorefall. I'm gonna go first on this one real quick because here's the
All
thing,
right,
man.
you take
The
the reins.
last 150 pages of this book I very much enjoyed. Like I read the last 180 pages in one sitting, after taking a very long time to get through to that point, to where I only had less than half of it left essentially. But so, and it was mostly around like the world building and the magic. So this was the strong point, or I guess one of the stronger points of this one in that last like third of the book. So I'm gonna go 4.1. Actually, I'm gonna go 4.0. Going past that threshold feels kind of unsafe. Doesn't feel right.
We're all about safety here too. So
yeah. Always.
I agree. It was definitely the strongest aspect. We did talk too, if you're curious as to why like these ratings are why they are. We do have like separate videos for these two, so definitely check that out.
Indeed.
But yeah, he does kind of overdo the magic a bit, but you do get a little more taste of the world. So it definitely, I think it even goes over evening it out. I would say, I guess if I gave a 3.8 to writing, I mean a 3.9. I don't think I'm willing to go 4.0 like you are, but I understand why you are.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand it perfectly.
All right. Who are you giving Crimson
start
Campaign?
us off? You want to go for? You go first this time. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm curious.
So world building on Crimson Campaign, I would say it's good.
Would you say this is the weakest or the? Not that any part's weak, but if you're gonna have to give one of these a weakest,
I would actually probably. If I'm gonna have to give any of them, it probably would be the world building because it's just you get good stuff, but it's pretty minimal in this one. I think we're gonna get a lot more in the third book. I hope. So I'm gonna go 4.0.
All right, man. He's a man of his word. He's a man who stands by his word. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to say a 4.1. And that even feels blasphemous. Making it 0.2 of a point away from Shorefall does just not feel right.
It's only because it's so little. I mean, for it to be a 4 is just me saying everything you got is really good, but there's so little of it, I can't give it over a 4.
It's not the main. I feel like that's just not his thing. Yeah, I mean, you do get a little more with some stuff, but it's more character driven for sure, which I enjoy that. So I'm not really even mad.
I'm not mad at all. Like I gave this book a 5 overall, so not mad at all. Excitement for the sequels. Why don't you start me off on how excited you are about what's the next one called? Shoot. After Shorefall?
It won't matter because I won't read it.
Well, what's your excitement?
It does look the coolest of all of them, I will say. If we're just going on excitement of the cover, what is it called again? Mm-hmm. What's the third one?
Locklands. I just remembered.
Locklands. It looks
like
cool.
Locklands.
So I'll give RJB that. He did a great job with the covers, I think. My excitement, I mean, this is by far the worst one for me. And again, not to just beat a dead horse, but mainly it's because the first one was so good. Like I am rating this lower than like if I were to just have read this book alone, which would make no sense, but I'd probably be like, okay, like, but like because I kind of set him up to a standard that maybe was just a little too high for Rob. And, that might be on me. I'm going to have to say like a 1.7, dude. It's in the ones, dude.
1.7? Oh my God.
I mean, dude, I have almost no desire to finish this series because my fear is you have the opposite take, which I'll let you kind of go on that instead of just saying it for you. But my fear is it's going to get worse. Like, I almost have no faith in this, so I want to kind of end it where it's at. Whereas I know you have a lot more optimism, and maybe that ends up being the case. But my fear is I'm going to hate this series even more than I currently do, and I just don't want to do that because I did like the first book so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I can't harp on you too much, honestly. I would say my excitement's right around. I want to say. I mean, I'm going to give it a 3.2. I do want to finish this series, so I'm going to say 3.2. because I do feel more optimistic about it. I trust in old RJB, and I think that he's going to bring it home for us. And I feel like there's so much potential for what could happen. So I'm just being optimistic and hoping that he's going to do well with what he's set up. Even though I do think the second book, Shorefall, was much weaker than Foundry Side, I've got hope for Lachlan's. So, but it's not at the top of the list, so it's a 3.2.
I would be curious just to read the like blurb on Goodreads for the third book. That may actually, because I honestly have no idea where it's even going to go with how the book ends. You know, like it could really go a lot of ways. So who knows? Maybe reading that would actually,
but yeah, I do think it'll be good. So
Have you
Crimson
read
Campaign
it?
excitement for sequel? Not yet, no.
Okay.
I mean, not
Crimson
fully.
Campaign. I mean, dude, this is. I'm pissed that we haven't read it yet. Dude, Joseph already finished it. I saw he gave it a 5, and I was like, dude, I don't want to know anything.
That, man.
Which is, you know, a tragedy for us. I mean, I introduced that book to him while we were on Crimson Campaign, and he's already finished. That man just ate that.
Shredded through it, dude.
I mean, I'm going to have to say almost like a 4. It might be the highest for me. Higher than characters. I'm going to have to say at least a 4.7. I almost want to give it a 4.8.
I mean, bro, I'm straight up giving it a 5.
See, I was thinking about giving it a 5. I just didn't know if... Honestly, dude, I'm taking mine back and I'm going 5 as well.
Dude, like, I'm so excited to read this final book.
So
I'm so hype. I'm like Mistborn level, like super hype, like maybe even more. You know, I'm so hype for this. So yeah, it's a 5.
Mistborn level. Like, are you more hyped to read? I would say, I mean, I'm so hyped to read book 5 of Stormlight. Are you more hyped to read? Would you say, what's the hype level for that, for book 5?
I mean, dude, I was saying like I'm feeling like levels of excitement like are on par with like going from Well of Ascension to Hero of Ages, but Stormlight 5, dude, I mean, bro, it's not coming close to that excitement.
Because I mean, I obviously dagger myself with Mistborn, but I thought it was good. But dude, I like this series more than Mistborn.
I'm teetering.
Dare I say
I might as well. I'm teetering. Don't get me wrong.
Like through book 2, at least I am. So I mean, who knows? Because book 3 is so strong in Mistborn. But anyway, all right. Well, let me do some math here, brother. Oh man, you guys really missed out on a good one.
Yeah. Our sponsor
got any
didn't
predictions
pay up, so we had
about
to take it out.
who's about to win or what?
Dude,
it's gonna be a close
I don't
one.
know.
It was a nail biter.
For sure.
And it was a split decision. It came down to the end. So for Shorefall, we have a 32.9 out of 50.
Okay. Not good. Not very good.
For Crimson Campaign, we had a 45.4.
Absolutely crushed it, bro. Absolutely dicked Shorefall down.
Strong. Well, I can't say I didn't see it coming. Can't say I didn't see it. Well, I am curious to see if anything can even take the Powder Mage series on. I hope that we have something that comes close. I'm praying.
I hope so too. So that means that the Autumn Republic book 3 of the Powder Mage series is indeed going to be in the finals. We don't know up against what yet, but that is what it's gonna be. So tune in. We'll have another one soon. Stick around for March Madness. Let us know if you've read these, if you agree. If not, leave a comment for fun. We'll see you in the next one. Happy March Madness. Keep that dirty soda in your styrofoam.
Mm-hmm.